Hey guys, it's Gameface and welcome back to episode 137 of Leeds United Career Mode. Now in today's episode, this is it, this is the final episode of the Leeds United Career Mode series. So we're going to have to get through loads and loads of games. You probably only see the goals from the games rather than highlights, because we're going to whiz through so many of them. So I decided to do face cam as well. It's the final episode, why not? Let's get on with it. If we could go ahead and hit 20 likes on this video, that would be really appreciated. Also, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well down below if you haven't already. And that would be really appreciated too, because there's some FIFA 17 stuff coming out in the next couple of days and onwards from there as well. So we've got the game against Bayern Munich to start things off. We obviously beat them 1-0 in the previous episode, if you didn't see that. We've got Bournemouth, which we'll sim. Then the next month, Swansea will sim that one, then play the Arsenal game. And then I think we'll play the Everton game and maybe the Southampton game, depending on how we're doing form-wise. But in between those games, we've also obviously got the Champions Cup matches, and that is assuming that we get past Bayern Munich here. We'll have to wait and see in the quarterfinals at the moment. So if we get past them, I've got the semis and then hopefully the final to win it. So this is the Bayern Munich team that I'm going to be, the team I'm going to be using to play against Bayern Munich. Basically got Ter Stegen in goal, Nelson, Stones, Reyes, Galloway, Bridcut, Ramirez, Matuidi, and Antic on the left, Schürrle on the right, and then Ronaldo up front. So pretty much the same sort of team that I put out in the previous leg, which we won 1-0. And yeah, let's crack on with the game. Hopefully get ourselves the 3 points and obviously move on into the semi-finals. And see how we do now. Also got to bear in mind that the goal that we scored is an away goal, so that benefits us here in this match. We obviously need to make sure we don't concede, because the away goal means more than it would have in the previous leg. So yeah, let's see how we do. Tough match this one, Bayern Munich, obviously a very good side. They had a slightly different team to what we expected in that last game, in the last episode, but I still think they've got enough to possibly push us here. We need to make sure that we defend as well as we did last time. Oh, and a booking as well. I think that's Matuidi that is actually going to miss the next game now due to suspension. Half time, not loads to show you really, not any goals, still 0-0. But hopefully in the second half we can either see the game out or get ourselves a second goal on the counter-attack. We'll have to obviously just see how the game pans out. But first half, not too bad. Still Bayern Munich looking quite good going forward. But defensively managed to hold them off just about. So we'll see how this second half goes. Ronaldo, oh, it's a goal, 1-0, was not expecting that, 2-0 on aggregate. That's the great thing about Ronaldo, literally shoot wherever you want, and usually it's on target, and this time it's gone in as well. Fantastic little turn and shot, I think it's left foot as well, am I right in saying that? Yes, I am. Swivel, shot, goal, easy as that, 2-0. That is it. We've won the game. We're into the semi-finals now. Another clean sheet against Bayern Munich. Fantastic. Some people will say that's because you set up defensively. I don't think we really set up that defensively. It was still 4 at the back for, 70 minutes of it. We only went 5 at the back, to be honest, just because we didn't really have many other options on the bench. So I don't really think we've been that defensive. In fact, that game was more open than the first leg, and that certainly suited us more, to be honest, which was quite surprising. And we won that game quite comfortably in the end. Look at all those shots. We really should have won this game 5-0. 4.3 million added on to our transfer budget as well, that's fantastic. And obviously, as I said there, Matuidi is suspended, he misses the next game. I'm assuming that's the next Champions League game, we'll have to wait and see, but I'm pretty sure that'll be the case. We'll quickly do some player development, although don't really think we'll have any different sort of growth this week. We'll have to wait and see how things go. And no, just some attributes going up this week. Okay, this next game is against Bournemouth. It's an away match. It's one we're going to sim. We're obviously currently top of the league by 2 points there, which is fantastic for us. 2 points ahead of Newcastle. Villa now dropping down to 4th, but they're still only 4 points behind us. But yeah, this game is the day after my birthday, so in 2021 I'll be 22 years old. But yeah, we're going to sim this match through the calendar. Real Madrid in the semi-finals. Wow, I wonder who we'd get in the final if we beat Real Madrid. We'll have to wait and see though. First of all, Bournemouth, let's try and beat them, see how we get on. We've drawn the game 1-1. Okay, not great against Bournemouth. We'll have to wait and see where that puts us in the table. Okay, so currently in the table we are still top, but if Newcastle win, Man United win, then we obviously get that closed on us massively. If Newcastle win, they go on the same amount of points as us, but with us having the best goal difference in the league, that means we'd still be top. I didn't realise we've actually scored the most goals in the league now as well, which I don't think that's happened for a few years now. So, pretty impressed with that. Happy, even though it was only a draw. It's not ideal, but I still think we should be okay as long as we don't drop any more points. Also, something else to mention about this Champions League tie that we've got at the moment. If we were to beat Real Madrid, then we obviously have Barcelona or AC Milan in the final. So that'll be quite a nice little final to have, whichever way it went. I think I just saw there Barcelona 1-2-1 against AC Milan. And also got 2 legs here again against Real Madrid. So it's going to be a tough match, this one. They obviously don't have Ronaldo, because we've got him. And we'll wait and see what sort of team I'm able to put out for the match. Okay, this team that I've gone with, pretty much the same sort of size you'd expect, to be honest, as the game that I played against Bayern Munich. Decided to adapt my style a little bit for the Champions League against some of these bigger teams. So we've got Ter Stegen starting in goal, Nelson at right back, Stones, Reyes, Galloway, Bridcut, Ramirez. Lucas comes into the team, obviously from Matuidi, who's suspended. Anatovich on the left, Schürrle on the right with Ronaldo up front. That leaves us with this bench. Obviously, a lot of attackers have to miss out with this sort of style that we've gone with, but that's just sadly the way it is. That's the bench I've gone with, hopefully enough to beat them. Here we go, home match. That means, obviously, if they score any away goals, then it won't be so good for us going into the next leg. But we need to win this. Simple as that. We need to win it. We need to get what I call a result, really, which might mean a draw, maybe a 0-0, I suppose, will be okay. But certainly we need a result. Ronaldo's through here, going to cut back inside onto his right foot. Ronaldo through to Bridcut off the post. Schürrle, oh, it's been put in his own goal. That was going wide from Andre Schürrle, I'm sure of it. But Navas has put it back in his own goal. Why not? Help us out. We'll take that 1-0. Another little bit of luck in the Champions League. Lee Lucas looking for the ball through to Ronaldo. It's a fantastic chance to try and make this 2-0. Ronaldo, and he scores 2-0. Inside the first half as well, just a minute away from half-time. Cristiano Ronaldo scores, and for the more observant people, I've been changing kit numbers for the players, so Ronaldo is now number 7. Oh no, it's through here. It's a good chance, it's 2-1. They've got the away goal. Undeserved, really. There's not that many chances, to be honest, but yeah, it's scored. And 2-1, disappointing way to concede there. No way, wouldn't let me change, and of course they concede. Ridiculous, really. Doesn't let me change to the right player. Oh, how many times do I say that? Far too often. Ball comes back in here, and at this point I'm trying to change to Kurt Zouma, guy with the orange boots. Just let me change, let me change, let me change, let me change. Oh, suddenly I've got control of him, and it's too late because you're about to shoot and score. 3 minutes left, 2-2. Second away goal. Makes it difficult for us in the next leg now. How have we not won that game? 2-2. Feels like a loss. Oh, such a frustrating match as that. Really should have won it. Really, really should have won that. 2-2. How did that happen? Well, it happened because the game didn't let me change to Kurt Zouma. Luckily, Matuidi's back for the next game, the second leg against Real Madrid. His suspension is now over. We are going to sim this next game against Swansea through the calendar, and I'm going to get very annoyed if we don't win, because we are at home. So actually, we won't sim through the calendar, we'll just sim through the usual way. Need to beat them. They've lost 3 games in a row. We've got to beat them. Come on, we're like top of the league here. We've surely got to beat them, and of course they score first, as always with this game. So that means they've pretty much won, especially now Chilwell's got a straight red. I can't believe this. Cook's equalised. That's 1-1. Tevez puts us in the league, 2-1. Skip before it all goes badly. We've won the game 2 and got 3 points. Don't really know what happens with this match whatsoever. But we've won the game. 3 points is the main thing. Chilwell getting sent off isn't great. But we've got this match now against Real Madrid. Okay, this is the team that I'm going to go with for the second leg against Real Madrid. Ter Stegen starts in goal. Nelson, Stones, Reyes, Galloway, Bridcut, Matuidi, Ramirez, Schürrle, Silva, and then Ronaldo up front. That's the bench I've gone with. Again, quite a strong bench. Dybala and Tevez on there if we need them. Let's crack on with the game. Let's try and get into the next round. Well, this is the moment we've waited for. The second leg. We've obviously conceded the 2 away goals in that first leg, so at the moment they're going through, basically, if the scores to stay the same. So we need to get some goals. We need to make sure we don't concede any as well. That's it for the first half. Still drawing the game 0-0. We need to score. We need to win this. We need to get in the final. They always find that ball through because the centre-backs are useless. And they've scored. Great. Great. Fantastic. Centre-backs are absolutely useless. We're out of the competition. You can tell now we're out. We need 2 goals to win it. 30 minutes left. It's not going to happen. We're out of the competition. That's it. Game's over. We're out. We've lost. Didn't win the Champions League. So frustrating that that's happened. I actually think that is genuinely undeserved. I say it so many times. I'm fed up of saying it for the series, really. But yeah, another match where we've just been outdone by, well, the game, really. Not really anything else but the game. They've had 0 shots on target. They've scored. You work that one out. Yeah, we've had 9 shots, 3 on target. We don't score. So, yeah, we're out of the competition. Frustrating, but that's just the way this game is sometimes. Kind of got to accept it. And yeah, we'd have had Barcelona in the final as well, but we haven't. Now we're going to win the Premier League after that huge disappointment. We've got to try and win the Premier League. We're currently top, obviously, 3 games left. Need to win it. Big game against Arsenal, though. We can't play it, though. We can't play the game against Arsenal. We've got to sim it, sadly. We've got to pretty much sim the rest of the matches left. The reason why I'm saying we can't play it is because what happens usually when we play like that, it carries on into another match, and I can't afford to lose a game like that. So, sadly, we're going to have to sim the match against Arsenal. When you're in bad form, it carries on into the next match. I found this out before during this series, so sadly, I'm going to have to sim the match. We're going to sim it through the calendar, see how we get on. I've just realised, imagine if the winner of the Premier League gets 77 points. That's the maximum points you can get. Imagine if that happens. 77 points to win the Premier League. So unrealistic. Anyway, let's find out how we get on against Arsenal. We need to really win this match, it goes without saying. We've drawn. That is not good. We've drawn the game 1-1. Ugh, more points dropped. Frustrating. Let's wait and see where that puts us in the league table. Still top. Still top. On 69 points, 2 games left. I said we couldn't afford to drop any more points. Luckily, Newcastle dropped points as well, so we're okay for now. But let's find out how we get on. Final 2 games. Sadly, not going to play them, I know. Again, not great for you guys to watch. But we need to finish the series in this episode. That's exactly what we're going to try and do. So we're going to sim the Everton game. Now let's see how we get on against Everton. It's a home match. Need to win it. How will we do? Everton surely got to beat them. We have done. 2-1. Sweating there. Wow. Final game of the season against Southampton. We're still top of the league, bear that in mind. 72 points. The winner of the league, I think, will be either 75, 73 points, something like that. What a low amount that is to win the Premier League. So if we can, we'll be winning it, hopefully, against Southampton in this next match. Huge game that will really determine our season, and we'll pretty much just end it after that. Sadly, I know, again, we're going to have to sim it, but we've had so many matches to try and fit in this episode. Sadly, that's just the way it is. It's not a fantastic way, I know, to finish a series that's gone on for so long. But we've had to really try and rush this last season. Maybe some of you guys haven't enjoyed it as much. Apologies about that. But we've had to rush it to try and fit in as many games as possible. So, the final game of the series, the final game of the season as well. I want to thank you all so much for your support. Hopefully it ends well. Let's wait and find out how we do against Southampton. The moment of truth. Will we win the league with Leeds or not? Please, just let me win the league with Leeds. Do it for Leeds. How many years has it been since Leeds have won the league now? Oh, come on. This is going to be... I'm going to check. Oh, we've won the league. 3-1. We've beaten Southampton. The season is ended there, and the series is ended there by winning the league with Leeds. 75 points to win it. Not a fantastic amount, obviously. Ahead of Man United as well, just to make it even better. But obviously, I can't celebrate too much because Newcastle could still win the league themselves if they win by 9 goals. Unlikely, but you never know, it could happen. We've pretty much won the league, though, with 5 losses, 12 draws, 21 wins. Not even the most amount of wins in the league. Man United have won more than us, but they had more losses, so that's good for them. Good for us as well, actually. But yeah, goal difference-wise, best goal difference in the league. Fantastic for us. Again, most goals scored as well, although Newcastle still have a game to play. And we've not quite got the least amount of goals conceded, but that's fine. We've won the league with Leeds. That's exactly what we've set out to try and do. Is this like 6 seasons now or something we've done with Leeds? Incredible stuff. Really, to continue for so long. 137 episodes. Madness, really. We're quickly going to go through the career at Leeds, starting from the very first season, the 2015/16 season. The target there was to gain automatic promotion. We did. We won the league. We came first, and you can see that record transfer fee paid. 3.6 million for Jack Butland. Madness. And then we received 2.1 for Silvestri, bearing in mind he returns as well. He actually returned last season, but we finished first. We ended that season with just 10 losses, not too bad from 58 games. The next season, our first season in the Premier League, our objective was to qualify for the EuroLeague. We didn't quite manage that, I don't think, because we finished 6th, but our record transfer fee paid was for Bailey, that's 6 million, and we received 3.5 million for Vardy, who I think we signed maybe in the Championship, not too sure. Again, though, we had 17 losses, but finished 6th. That's not bad for our first season. Then this season, the next one after that, we improved again. We finished 3rd. Fantastic in our 3rd season. Ramirez was our highest fee paid, and Byron was the highest fee that we received. And there we lost 13 matches. The 4th season, we had the target to win the league, win the cup, and win the European Cup as well. All 3 of which we didn't actually succeed in doing, but we actually paid 28 million for Silva that season, received 45 for Berahino, which was kind of the start of where we really picked up as a proper Premier League team. We did, however, finish 4th, but still, it's a Champions League position. I don't think we actually qualified for it that season, to be honest. The 15 losses there out of the 58 games. The season after that, we then went on to finish 2nd, so close to winning the league, didn't happen in the end. I think actually we lost out to about 5 or 6 points. Can't remember who it was that finished above us. Lee Lucas being our highest transfer fee paid, 30 million, and Iheanacho being 38 million, which is how much we sold him for. 12 losses in that season in the 62 games, and then obviously we had last season, I think this is, pretty sure I'm right in saying that. In fact, sorry, this is this season, isn't it? Which we finished 1st in the Premier League, so really happy about that. Our least losses out of every single season, I believe, as well, which is great. And Lukaku there being our highest transfer amount that we received for a player, 46 million. Quincy Promes, who we sold for 22 in order to get in, I think it was Ronaldo in the end or something like that. So yeah, we pretty much achieved everything that was after. This season, obviously, didn't manage to win the Champions League. Really sad about that. Hoped that I was going to win it. Didn't manage to beat Real Madrid. So that is it. We've won the league with Leeds. I don't think there's much more to say, to be honest, but that was the target, really, at the start of this series, to win the league with Leeds, and we've gone ahead and done that, so I'm really happy about it. And that's pretty much everything for all 137 episodes that we've had. Really incredible. Thank you all so much for the support. That is the reason why this series continued. I did a few videos during this series asking you guys whether you wanted it to continue, and each time you always wanted it to. So thank you so much for your support. It will return at some point during FIFA 17, so look out for that. But initially it's going to be West Ham and obviously Dortmund as well as my 2 career modes to begin with. That is everything. That's the end of the Leeds career mode. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you for watching. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Real Madrid went on to win the Champions Cup as well. Great. Madness. Stupid game.